What up, y'all? I figured we just kind of talk while I'm putting on a little bit of tinted moisturizer and a little bit of, a little bit of face. Just got out the shower and stuff. But y'all know what it is. It's your girl IT here at Tears and We Tarot Show. Where you show enough, never know what you're going to get. Kind of need to look in the mirror for this, not just at the camera. um, it is Saturday, June the 7th, when we are bringing this message. And we are going through like and experiencing a myriad of emotions. I'm not really for sure what the spirit is going to bring. We're going to do it live in just a few minutes, right? But it's like, we haven't been live in a couple of days just because our energy has been low. Like it takes a lot for us to channel and maintain our energy when we could feel so much other energy like in the space, right? It's one of the things that took us so long to go live in the first place. Like, can we manage all of that energy? And yeah, of course we can because we go live all the time and we love it. And we miss y'all like being in the live environment. And we're going to go live in a minute. But we just kind of wanted to talk while we getting ready and getting dressed. Definitely feel a lot of emotions. Like, and not all of them we can kind of like put our finger on. We just know that we feel something, like something is either off or something is demanding attention. Like these roots, we definitely need to, I guess we got some new growth here that we can touch up, interlock. But, I mean, it's just enough, like it's fuzzy. And we don't really mind the fuzzy. Like, we not one of them lock girls where like everything had to be like super neat and it's gotta be crispy, it's gotta be laid. No. That defeats the purpose of having locks, sachet, in our opinion anyway. Yeah. So we definitely are feeling like there's definitely things to be done, like hair maintenance, nail maintenance. We broke our nail. So we knew it was going to come off like it was lifted. And now we're in the position of like, do we fix this one or do we soak off all the other 9 and fix them too? And we probably should fix, just do all 9. And we said we were going to do that. But it's kind of like, we gonna be out today and we got things to do, and do we have time to really do a full set before we leave? No, we don't. So we kind of just have to prioritize that. Maybe we just gonna fix that nail and keep on moving. So this is just some random shit, some random talk while we getting ready, just like kind of like vlog energy, right? I wonder what y'all doing today. Hopefully y'all tap into the live like 7, 6, 7. Ashe 7. I don't know why 7. I guess 7 is a good number. 7 has been coming out lately too, so that's another one of them things, Yeah. I just kind of like drew a blank for some reason. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to figure out which eyelash glue we're going to use because we got this new one and it's cool because it comes out like an eyeliner, but it doesn't stick so very well. So we thinking about just using something different. But the other one is like super, like, and then you have a hard time getting the adhesive off. We did buy some remover for that, so, we could, do that. But, yeah, that's what we get. Y'all, we saw this video earlier today and we left, like, we hadn't even got out of the bed yet. We hadn't got out of the bed. Obviously, we hadn't showered and got ourselves together. But look, we are so over this conversation of like the alpha and omega, alpha energy. Like, where did that even come from? I'm wondering, like, what was the genesis where people, for some reason, figured that alpha was a male energy? Like, where did that come from? Like, who started that? Like, who decided that that was what, like the conversation could be? It's definitely given like conspiracy theory, like, things that people do or say to kind of like mislead the masses. You know what I mean? Like, got folks arguing over energy and like where does it come from, or like what energy assignment is to like what specific gender. Like, since when is energy related to a specific gender? Like, we all have masculine and feminine energy. We're supposed to have that, right? So, this is how we have to do this right here so we can put these lashes on. And I don't like this brush. Look at it. It's stupid. I don't know if I'm like not using it right or whatever, but it definitely gets on my nerves. It's like it doesn't do like a clean line the way that I like it. And it's like getting it on my eyelashes or whatever, which makes it really hard to get off. I'm probably really doing it wrong. I'm sure I am. I'm sure this is not right. But it's the way that we know how to do it. We just got another one. But like I said, that one doesn't stick so very good like this one does. And we don't like being out with our lashes, our lash lifting up. This is just not a fun look. It's just not, you know. But back to what we were thinking about, like this crazy ass alpha male, alpha feminine. She's too alpha. She's supposed to be. Like, that is exactly her nature, right? And not that we don't have alpha and omega energy, because we do, right? But being a feminine, you definitely have that divine feminine alpha energy. And you shouldn't be like made to like dumb yourself down or something like that, because people are under a misconception of energy these days. That's what I'm getting. So we were like up watching some stupid ass shit on, like, I think it was Tonight's Conversation or something like that, that podcast. And it's like listening to Kitty talk about women being in a alpha energy. I'm like, okay, so if she's not supposed to be in her alpha energy, then what the fuck energy is she supposed to be in? It's definitely not omega, right? I mean, she has both, honestly, like being balanced in both energies, which is the truth. But you definitely don't want your divine feminine resting in omega energy. No. You want her to be in a very calm, even if when they tell you like about energy waves and like frequency, right? If you think about what the alpha frequency is, like putting yourself in that wavelength, you can see a very stark difference. It's like very calm, very peaceful, right? It's the things that they be wanting us to be, like that demure and pretty and soft, which lets me know that they don't be knowing what the fuck they talking about, right? It's like they really don't. So, yeah. We was like, why do people keep saying this shit? It's like, who qualified these people to get up here and talk and say the shit that they're saying? Right? Like, nobody. Nobody says you're an expert in anything. And some of these people may actually be like dating coaches or something like that. They could be. But then what is the authority on that? Like, who's creating the curriculum to say, yeah, this is what you're supposed to teach people? I don't know if that was kind of juicy. I might have been juicy, excuse me, y'all. But it's like, who taught these people or said this is the curriculum? There's another lady. Her name is Shay, the Love Diva. And she cracks me up. She be telling me something. He's a no ma'am. A no ma'am. I be cracking up. She's so hilarious to me. That's kind of pretty. Right? And out of all the like dating coaches I've listened to, like, she does make a lot of sense. In terms of just like how we relate to each other based on these social dynamics, right? It's not, you know, all the way healthy, but it's the healthiest I've seen thus far. Um, yeah, so Kitty was on there talking about women who are like professionals and they don't know how to turn off that alpha energy because they've been in the office all day and they've been competing with other men. And I'm thinking to myself, this is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. Like, who says that a woman who is a freaking attorney who's been in the office with male counterparts and doing that work doesn't know how to come home and turn their energy off? Right? Like, they don't know how to flip. They don't know how to step into their softness. They don't know how to communicate with whether it's children or their masculine mate, right? They don't know how to do that and be cooperative. It's almost like the gist of it. Like, she has to stay in a dominant position because she's an attorney and she's been in her field dominating all day. Don't y'all think that's kind of insulting? Like, don't you kind of think like you're like telling somebody because you freaking have a profession where you need to display strength that you don't know how to be multi-dimensional? Like, you don't know how to, like, you're stuck in one gear all the fuck time is what I'm getting. Yeah, I know. Y'all probably looking at me like, how is Lati putting his makeup on? The way that Spirit do. That's pretty much it. Spirit be doing it. And so we are allowing. They do it and we let it. So we ain't on this whole makeup, you gotta go this way. Absolutely fucking not. It goes the way the Spirit say. And then by the time they blend this shit out, it'll be exactly what it's supposed to be. Ashe. Ashe. So that's what we going with. We're gonna put a little Spirit's putting a little bit right there. A little bit right here. Right. Gonna do that and do that. That's what they said. So yeah, so we see people who switch gears all the time, right? Like, they be this way at work, and then they're this way at the grocery store, and they're this way with friends, and then they're this way with children. They're this way with their man. Like, who the fuck is the same one-dimensional person all the fucking time? Nobody. Nobody. And if you stay in one gear, it's probably something wrong with that. Just saying. Right? It's probably something going on where you're staying in one gear. And you probably need to work on balancing, right? Balancing your energy, whether it is your masculine energy, being a little bit more assertive, holding your boundaries, understanding what they are, right? So that you can protect yourself. You have to have that attribute. And then, you need to be soft, so that you can nurture. And that's for both sides, right? Men need to nurture too. They be saying it like men don't need to nurture. That's like saying men aren't parents. They're not fathers. They're not caring lovers. They're not, caring with their friends, with their parents. Like, that emotion comes out. It's a whole thing. So why can't we talk about characteristics without assigning it to any specific, like gender? Oh, this is a woman thing and this is a masculine thing. No, I mean, it's not necessarily true that that's the way it goes, which is why when we read tarot, right, it is literally, the energy that you're embodying is not necessarily tied to gender. So a person... half of the makeup is still packed from us being away on vacation. So, like, if you are manifesting and your goals right now is like building and, bringing forth, your goals, your purpose, you could definitely and totally be in your divine feminine energy. Like you could be really in your empress energy. On the other half, if you are really putting in your goals and being assertive and taking authority over your life and over yourself and like that type of energy, you could be in your divine masculine energy. And my, understanding what the spirit has given unto us is that men and women should fully embody both. Like we should be balanced in both energies. Is to say that when you need to be soft and you need to nurture in that calm and that peace to help you manifest your highest dreams, then you can tap into that energy. You know when to do it. It's like natural, right? You're not overly assertive. You don't have irrational boundaries. You know how to connect with other people. Connect with yourself, loving and kind. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole thing. Yeah, because we just definitely need both. Did we put that spoolie back in here? We did. Yeah, you need both. So, and I think that's a part of the issue. Like, it's like, balance in society itself. Like one type of energy thinking it has a monopoly over that and nobody else can be that. Like, oh, it's just a man thing. Men are just alpha and women are just women. I don't know. Right. And I wouldn't even say that women are just, we're not just alpha. Like we have alpha and omega energy, to just say it again plainly. Yeah. So I guess that's that on that. But the thing is, like, the purpose. Like, what is the purpose of people trying to be like, keep these wars between the sexes? Like, that's where I get into, like, conspiracy theory. And, like, what is really going on with this? Like, why is it that these energies want us to be in conflict? Like, what is it that wants us to be in conflict with each other, to not understand each other, to constantly perpetuate some sort of gender war or war within men and women so that we don't come together the way that we should? Right? That's what I'm getting. Yeah. It's like, it's definitely out of order, right? The way y'all probably looking at how I'm doing this makeup. It's out of order. You don't put it on like that. Don't tell me how to put on this makeup. Spirit doing what they doing and we just let them do it. It always turns out pretty beat, in my opinion, anyway, beloved. So, you want that too. Yeah. But what is it that's seeking control over you? What is it trying to why is it that so many people are gravitating towards these types of conversations that are definitely so far away from balance? Right? It is not balanced. It's like putting everything on one scale and expecting for it to just be like, oh, that's it. That's not, and and I guess it could be considered equal, I guess, in some sort of way, like men do what they do and we are both equally valuable, Ashe. Like we have things that the other counterpart, like, needs, like for the overall balancing, right? It's like we do that. We balance each other. And first, though, in order for you to balance, you have to be balanced, right? So not only balancing yourself internally, but, it is understanding, knowledge of your energy, of yourself, coming to good, coming to par, and then being able to connect and do that with somebody else, right? That's what I'm getting. Yeah. See? The spirit be doing what they be doing. it may seem like it's out of order compared to what other trends, like they tell you, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. You know, I don't even know the order for which they put their makeup on. I really don't. I'll be watching it and they be like, that is just doing way the fuck too much. In our opinion. You know what I mean? That's just it. But, you know, to each their own, beloved. So, what else? I'm feeling like a highlighter. This one. Spirit say this one. So we're going to dust a little bit. I think we put away the brush that they wanted to use. So we're going to get it back out. What else was we thinking about this day? Ooh, KRS-One. We saw a quick little interview with KRS-One. I think they were talking to Nick Cannon. You know, I know everybody feel about Nick, but it's like whatever, right? But they were talking about truth and mind control and actually like the definitions of like being enslaved versus, you know, unpaid skilled workers. It's a very different concept. I mean, not really, but you know, it's like, you know, being enslaved is one thing, but not being paid for your labor is another thing. So basically, like, we are slaves in our mind, like our mind is enslaved because our mind is owned and controlled by other things. People will say that their mind is free, but it's not, especially when you are afraid of learning and researching and expanding. Like you feel like you are stuck to a certain mindset and point of view, and it's generally the one that was given to you by the people that raised you, the community that you grew up in. Unless you get away from that and you actually go see something different, you have a hard time learning and expanding and doing something different or thinking differently. Which is why, like, reading is so fundamental, because people who read a lot, like, they go different places in their mind through the books, through the text, and they expand. Their consciousness, their imagination expands. Like, their visual, their mental vision and capacity expands, right? So, if you are not into books and if you've only been in one place, like you're stuck in a certain environment and you haven't got out and expanded, then it's very difficult for people to expand their mindsets in that way. They'll probably be very fixed, which means that your mind is under ownership. It is property by those who programmed it. And who controls the programming? We all know that. We know that there are systems that, like, their business is mind control. What is controlling your mind is what I'm thinking. It is programming, systems of belief. It is the things we consume on a daily, right? It is also the things that you like are unwilling to release. Like people be so fixed to a certain mindset and belief system that they don't generally get beyond it. I can't do it like that. I got a line. It's kind of light. But, so how do you change your mindset? Is by learning. It's through expansion, right? It's like being open to seeing things differently. Or just being open in general. Like being inquisitive. Like curiosity. Like, I wonder if that's really true. I want to go find out for myself. Like, I'm not just going to take... I hear you. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be diligent and I'm not going to go and check, validate, right? Another lady I was looking at this video, she said, This guy was trying to date her, and she got his name and everything, and she did, asked him her questions. Are you married? Are you seeing somebody? Are you in a relationship? Is there people who think that they're in a relationship with you? And he said no. All these answers, no, 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 no. And come to find out, he had given her an incorrect spelling of his name. So when she did her background check on him, she didn't find anything. She got the right spelling of his name, and guess what? A whole fucking wife popped up. And then he got mad at her because she found out the truth. She was accusing him of lying. You are lying. You got a whole wife on the side. And which was funny because we just left a message, I think, on yesterday, 6/6/2025, about asking the right questions. Like, you asked a question, but then they lied. And then we got that video. Things like that is like, it makes me think about synchronicity and like how the spirit is always affirming. The universe is always listening. Like, if you are wanting to know something, it will bring you the information. Like, you ask it and you will receive something to let you know that, yeah, either this was it or it's not it. Yep. You will get a message. Stay tuned and, like, pay attention to the signs and reminders, beloved. I think this is the first time I ever did eye makeup without going like this. Who does that? Like, they put on their makeup and they be like, it's so weird. But we were like, it's crazy what people will do to conceal the truth, right? And we know if we can see that in relationships, then it's definitely going on in larger and broader, like, organizations in society, which had me thinking again about, like, Miss Kitty or Little Kitty or whatever the hell her name is from tonight's conversation, and like why that these platforms are spreading all of this misinformation on energy. Again, thinking about its genesis and what does it really mean, because it's not out there for nothing. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not out there for nothing. Clean that little spot up. It is definitely not out there for nothing. It is not, like, it's almost given like an excuse or a way to kind of come against what they term feminism, because women want to be treated like whole people, like they have, like, I'm a whole human. Like, actually being a woman is a gift. Like, I'm from an original kind of like lineage, not just lineage, I don't know if that's right the way to say it, but it's like the X chromosome came first. Like, it's dominant. The Y chromosome is recessive. People don't like to hear that, right? Because it's the exact opposite of what we're being taught. Like, if men really understood that they came from women, like, it wasn't like Adam was put to sleep and a rib was ripped out and the Most High God wouldn't fashion the woman after. No. Actually, the X chromosome came first, and it is the dominant one. Y is a recessive mutation from the X chromosome. And that's not saying that men are somehow like lesser than women. Absolutely not. The way that we are set up now biologically, if we had to rely on parthenogenesis in order to procreate, it wouldn't be nothing but women here. Amazonian culture, like a whole, island of Wonder Women's, right? But it's like, it's just not effective and it's not efficient, and it doesn't give you a good genetic mix, right? It's given, like Spirit say, it's a genetic mix. Like, we have differences and it's good for balance, right? Like, everything can't be feminine in nature. It shows us the same thing. We are masculine and we are feminine. Just saying, like, yeah. I'm thinking about some industries that, like, to get them seeds, They need a feminine or female plant. Just saying. Yeah. Anywho, we almost done with our little face. I think we're gonna put a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes, and that's pretty much gonna be it. That's all we do, beloved. It ain't nothing major, okay? It don't take a lot to do what you're trying to do. It really don't. Now, see, that's that weird face, I think. That. But it's like it doesn't take a lot. It really doesn't. And you can definitely be balanced in your feminine and your masculine energy. I say alpha and omega. So if we think about the feminine being alpha energy and the masculine being omega energy, like that emperor, like that authority, that like she called it and therefore it is done, it is said, Ashe, beloved. Shit, that's what the hell we looking for. And that ain't like no man that's like gonna be like whatever the fuck. No, it's agreements. It is. And she's so intelligent and intentional about what she's creating. And even if what's created is chaos, that chaos has purpose. It does. I'm just saying. Chaos has purpose. We just talked about peace from chaos. We did, and I think we put that one in here. I think we done, though. I think we were supposed to do this line. Oh, look. Let's get that. We don't want nothing falling in our eye. We already got enough specks. Just to clean that line up a little bit. Let's do this one. Just to make it. Boom. So, we have decided that we're going to fix this one nail because we're not going out like that. Absolutely not, beloved. But, we will be live in a minute and see what the energy comes out. I thank y'all so much for sticking around while we did our makeup and just kind of have a conversation like we just kicking it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like thinking about these concepts and like where did they begin? Why is it that people are threatened by women standing in their power? And why do they feel like just because she's in her power that she can't like be soft and nurturing and kind and, you know, giving, you know, that she can't be, you know, mutual respect for her mate? Why she can't be everything? You know what I'm saying? Just like be everything. You can be strong and powerful and purposeful, but at the same time nurturing and kind and giving and loving. And, you know, it's all in you. I'm hearing, I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. Oh, oh, A. Had to put the OA on there. That alpha and the omega and the alpha to what? Come together with that type of attitude. Like we just could get together and we could just do it. We could get it. We could flow. Like you accept me in my fullness and everything that we bring into the table. What? And like you appreciate, you know, the softness, the nurturing, the giving, the investing, the sharing, the building, the encouragement, the cheerleading, like bigging you up. And, you know, we are coming together with a mutual mindset, like it's converging energy. It's like whole, complete. You're whole and complete. I'm whole, I'm complete, and there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Like, I'm not a person or half an energy or an energy that you can't even characterize and claim, beloved. I am everything. I am all of it. Like, we all have the propensity and potentiality to be any and everything. Men are just as nurturing and kind and giving and loving as women are. They would say that they're not, but shit, their emotions comes out. When they're emotional, so emotional. Like half of these fucking love songs are written by men. Get that. If you look through the songwriters and see the songs that they have actually written, you will see a lot of that is written by men. To the left, written by Neo, okay? Everything you own in a box to the left. If I bought it, then that's my stuff, yeah. You know, whatever the fuck she be saying. Or he said and she sang it. Okay? It's just giving that. Don't let nobody put you in a box and tell you you can be this and you can be that, and that's all that you are, and that's just it. That's complete bullshit. You are everything, beloved, and there's characteristics and attributes that you choose to express. Like what hits your soul, what exalts it. Yes, you're going to be powerful and you're going to be assertive and goal oriented, right? And you're going to move with purpose and with intention. And that's no matter what you're doing, whether you're raising children and managing a household or managing a Fortune 500 company, a CEO. You still need those attributes. You can't come to the table hyper aggressive and expect to build partnerships and alliances across the table. You just can't do it. And men don't do it. They know how to touch each other on an emotional level and find those intrinsic values that brings people together to build partnerships. Why they are putting such resistance in the air between men and women so that we don't build personal relationships. Now that's something different. Maybe because a lot of times when men feel like they can't dominate in their world, they want to come home and dominate the household, beloved. They see women as a weaker species or weaker beings, and then they take advantage of it. That's abuse of power. That is not healthy masculinity. It is a person that is unbalanced in their energy. They have no empathy. They have no compassion. They can't see from another person's point of view. Therefore, they diminish your value. That's what Spirit had to say. Yeah, we felt the release on that, Ashe. We're going to go live in just a minute. So 6/7/2025, we're going to put it in the title so that you guys can match this up. So if you get this video first, thank you so much for your energy, for your likes, your subscribes, your thumbs up. Hit the notification bell if you want more content like this. We was just getting ready and chopping it up, beloved. But we thank you so much for tuning in and for listening. And if you got anything out of it, if it was edifying to your spirit, that's just a bonus. Like that's it. That's the point. That's it right there, right there. That's the purpose. To the next now, I love you so much. I do, just like I love me. That's my capacity. I can't love you any more than I love me, right? But it is growing and it is expanding on a daily. I love you just like I love the Alpha, the Mother energy, and the Omega, the Father energy. Who we are the body, we are creation, we are everything that they made, beloved. Yes, we are whole, we are complete. There's nothing broken, and there's nothing missing. To the next now. This one's done. Ashe, beloved.